There was a young girl named Nadia who thought that she had been born without a heart. She lived in a village with an old man and an old woman who had taken her in long before she could remember. They lived on a farm with goat herds which she tended, amongst rolling hills of green. She was a melancholic child. Nadia often felt that she had amnesia and couldn't remember who she was. Sometimes she felt downright gloomy for no cause whatsoever, and would stare off into space and go into a kind of a trance. On frequent occasions, she would cast her eyes downward, as if looking for her heart, or stare off, as if trying to remember who she was. She didn't know why she thought she didn't have a heart, but she could scarcely detect a heartbeat when she sat very quietly, listening for it. She listened for it while doing her chores, while at school, at the doctor's office, and in bed at night. But she couldn't hear her heart. She was afraid to tell her trouble to others. Did all of the townspeople have hearts? And so she listened, like an auditory voyeur. She was fascinated by the beating hearts of others. She would listen and listen for their thumpity-thump sound. No one knew that Nadia was obsessed with hearts. When at the library, she would take to studying medical books, which had diagrams of all the heart's vessels, functions, and various pathologies. A disease of the heart would certainly be better than no heart at all, Nadia reasoned. And then, one day, something happened. She began to sense a growing void inside her, where her heart should be. She feared falling into the void. At other times, she wished to fall. Maybe, if she fell into the void, she would find her heart. It startled her. It seemed something bad. What's worse, Nadia had nightmares. That night, Nadia uttered a prayer. Please, let me know about my heart. And then she saw him, a young man standing behind the door. But there was no one there, just a shadow, so she went back to sleep. She awoke again. This time, there was an outline of him behind the door, like a silvery line that someone had drawn in the air. It must be a dream, she thought, and again dozed back to sleep. Then she awoke with a start, for he stood by the window, beckoning to her. His eyes were like searchlights. They knew her, spoke to her. She knew then that her prayer had been answered, and that she could not go back.